Nelson. Heron. All the way. Automatic.
35, that ties his career high. It's like we're seeing instant replay. I mean, he just goes to the basket, is able to penetrate the Aztec defense and finish. A la Chad Nelson takes it right over Rashawn Smith, answering Chris Heron with a possible three-point play of his own.
It's a great duel going on between Heron and Nelson. Nelson, not nearly the numbers, but certainly, look at this.
Now, good things happen to good people. Chad Nelson, one of the great players and people San Diego State's ever had. You like to see him go out strong. He's going out strong. You got Rashawn Smith fouling out of the ball game. You got Fred Trinkle yelling at Stephen Clark and Puppy Dog. In fact, I think Stephen now is going to take a seat. Kuzmich's coming in. And it doesn't matter that you're not going anywhere in 1996, 1997. Fred Trinkle's got it set. Stephen Clark's going to be around for 3 more years. You got to let Stephen know what he expects and when he expects it.
Smith is fouled out of the game. Nelson. Bueno, with Fred Trinkle gets going like that, he's got so much Bobby Knight in him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Nelson got it. Heron, by the way, go ahead.
Aztec still hanging within 8.
I was going to say, Heron, his numbers are phenomenal. And you mentioned 35 points, but he's 11 out of 14 from the field. And he's the guy you want to look to. But, of course, you've got so many other weapons, you can't just concentrate on one player. 3 minutes to go, 8-point game.
And you take a look at the Bulldogs now. They've got an 8-point lead. They're going to milk the clock. This is good. It's getting ready for tournament. It's a tight ball game. So don't just keep scoring. Get the ball in the hands of the guy that's got 35 and see if he can't get more.
But they're going to get a second look, and a fresh 35 is the most important thing.
As so often happens when you take the three-point shot, the rebound comes off long. Fresno State expecting that, so on one of Heron's rare misses, the Bulldogs are there to get a fresh 35.
And they still got 20 on it. Young, in case there was a lane, good pass underneath the 40. Count it.
And just amazing that Dominic Young, I mean, you look at...
Kuzmic blocked again by Macklin. Raked away by Macklin. And a travel's going to be called on Macklin. Ritchie puts one man in the air and then scores.
And you see what Macklin did? Ritchie pump fakes. Macklin does a scissors kick, and Ritchie goes right underneath his legs to the basket. That's unbelievable. I don't know what's better than Ritchie can get underneath and Macklin can elevate so high.
Hugs all around for the star of the game.
Well, let's say something about San Diego State now, because you take a look at warm-ups, and if you're passing the eyeball test, I mean, any coach in the country would take Fresno State over San Diego State. The Aztecs did a heck of a job hanging in there.
Alexis presenting our player of the game, and quite obviously it's Chris Heron. He's so happy he's going into the crowd.
But he's a player. I mean, he walked into the gym, and if you didn't know who he was, he would walk in and go, that's somebody that can play basketball.
And his peers, the respect is so high, because when we were talking to Chad Nelson, he was the one guy that he wanted to talk about, Chris Heron, and how tough he is and what a competitor he is. And if Chad Nelson knows it, it gives you that kind of praise. You're a pretty good ball player.
Yeah, well, you missed the first part of the conversation. He goes, hey, now, I heard that...
Rich for 3. Yes! Long lead. McCullough. But he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, in order to win and do well in the tournament, you got to be a team. And Fresno State, they really look like they enjoy playing with each other.
State's got their 3-point shooters in, but it's not going to make any difference as we're coming up on a minute to play. And a 97-86 lead for Fresno State. Young just killing it away. The Aztecs know that this one's done. Lob underneath. Betzel rebounded. 50 seconds left. Porter all the way to score. 97-88. And a timeout called.
And look when Fresno State gets
Trinkle, knowing that Reinhardt is senior, putting him in here in the final minute. An opportunity. Maybe they could use him too. He is one of their best shooters from the outside.
I don't think it's as much of a gift as the fact that he's a lot better from 3 than Roy is.
True. Trinkle. Porter's got to shoot. That's a 2. That's a 2. He had his foot on and inside the line.
That's what's commonly referred to as the worst shot in college basketball.
Nelson underneath to score. One more timeout now remaining for San Diego State as Fred Trinkle calls another 20 steps looking to and
It's Nebraska who wins the NIT. Well, Fresno State good last year, better this year.
Yeah, that's not to say that New Mexico's not a great team away from home, but come on. I mean, at home,
Never been to the pit.
They're one of the great places to watch a game. 20 seconds left, 101-92. Go on, Bill McDonald. So long. Congratulations to Fresno State, #1 seed coming up in the tournament. And hey, congratulations to the seniors for San Diego State for a great career.
San Diego State doing a great job hanging in there all night long, and the Fresno State Bulldogs getting it done.
Coming up at 7:30, the Kings and the Canucks. A big game as the Kings look for their 5th win in a row. My thanks to our entire crew. And, of course, my buddy Mark Calder, who did a great job. Final again, 103-92. Hope you...
Tomorrow against Utah. It is a lot of tees. Aztecs in white beat Hawaii by 26 thanks to hustle like this. Sandy Wright controls the ball. Eventually goes to Jody Nolan Trey for the score. Jody had 20. Here's Wright on the drive. She had 20. And then they held Hawaii scoreless for the first 10 minutes of the second half. Jody with another steal right here. She gets it back from Olivia DiCamilli. 150th career coaching win for Beth Burns. 151 would bring her a title tomorrow. Padres
from San Diego State, Sandy Wright.
Oh, nice block from the...
Scoring for San Diego State with 18. 18-point game for Cromanhook for Utah.
Going in the second half is boxing out because Utah is a very good offensive rebounding team.
Under 6 minutes to go. Turns of San Diego State. The jump shot, no, wouldn't go.
The passing lane.
Well, he slapped it away. DiCamilli starts to break,
and when you have an aggressive defense like that, Craig, you need to set better picks. You need to look back door.
He feeds down low. Woods works, knocks up, and no. Woods with a rebound and a fresh shot clock for San Diego State.
San Diego State has out-hustled Utah in the second half. They're getting second and third chances at the basket. Defensively, they...
King Noel. Fuertes going to push the tempo.
It's a one-on-one situation. There you see Woods is really dropping back, so they could not lob it into it. Works. Credit to Beth Burns making the adjustments at halftime, going inside with her team offensively, and also...
The foul on Cromanhook. Game for Beth Burns. Made the second. 12-point. Hillary King Noel.
They have, and you have to admire Beth Burns as far as the adjustments that they make at halftime against their opponent.
Cromanhook picks up the loose ball. Still loose. Trey has it. 10 on the shot clock. Wright working against Fuertes. Up to Woods.
The biggest thing for San Diego State.
Cromanhook feeds works. Tough pass stolen away by Trey. She's made a huge difference in this second half.
Well, no question. We talked about the double team now working in the second half for San Diego State.
Aztecs protecting. An 8-point lead. Under a minute to go. Big defensive stake. Cromanhook tried to steal it. Wright dumps it off to Trey. Guarded by King Noel. 9 on the shot clock.
Now Trey ought to go to the basket.
Trey backs it out. 3 on the shot clock. 2. She puts it up with one hand. 25 seconds. Utah out of timeouts. Works. Couldn't get it to go. Lost the rebound to Trey. And now Wright pushes. And now a reach in and a foul. No. Double dribble is the call. Final seconds ticking down. And that's it. San Diego State WAC champions.
What an exciting win for San Diego State. They've had a great year. Utah has had a great year, too, and both teams are, I would feel, that are assured a tournament bid.
San Diego State 23-6, Utah 24-5. We'll come back. The Aztecs are champions. They win by 6.